Hey guys, Dan back again with another video, and today we're back with episode 5 of Firefly. We're going to be jumping into, I think this is called Safe. Yes, this is called Safe, and yeah, pretty short, on the shorter side a little bit, but yeah, the titles are still, I'm still trying to make sure I get the right the right episodes, because the order for this series, you guys know how weird it is, but I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Obviously the first one didn't go so well. I kind of messed it up, but yeah, we're here. And yeah, we're here with Safe. Obviously last time we had a wonderful shindig, and it was fun while it lasted, but then obviously it got really intense. The duel or battle or whatever you want to call it with oh god damn it, I forgot his name. Oh man, but with him, and it was the most British name ever, though. I mean, it's only right to have it was definitely a appropriate name for someone like that. But yeah, obviously Mal won. Thanks to Inara, to be honest. She was the one who saved everything. Without her, I don't think Mal would have stood a chance, to be honest. But yeah, we managed to make it out, and all that matters, and that's all that matters. Obviously, their whole relationship, developed in that episode. I like everything that they did with that. And I just think they both have more respect for each other after that, so that's great. But yeah, I'm curious to see where we go from here. We've kind of maybe not neglected, but we've kind of stayed pretty far away from the whole Simon and River stuff. We haven't gotten a crazy amount of that lately. It's kind of just been a lot of Mal, which it makes sense, he's the main character. It makes sense, but I feel like I've made it pretty clear, that whole storyline, the Simon and River storyline, is probably the most intriguing to me. And yeah, I'm just curious to see where we go from here. I'm enjoying the show, though. Nothing wrong with any of the episodes so far. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's been a great ride, and yeah, I'm excited to continue it. The lighting is not that great, so I'm gonna I feel like I've been doing this a lot, but I'm gonna make a cut right now. I'm gonna see if I can fix it up. I don't know. It just doesn't look that great to me. It's not horrible, but yeah, I'll be back soon. Hey guys, we're back with episode 5. Didn't really, I decided to not really change it too much. It looks good. Yeah, should do. Doesn't have to be perfect. And yeah, let's jump into episode number 5 in 3, 2, 1, and play. Oh, this is an interesting start. Oh, alright. Okay.
We're in trouble. We got cut off.
Cut off from what?
Our platoon.
Oh wow,
Simon,
oh my
we
god.
got outflanked by the independent squad.
I don't know how
and we're
it
never
took me
gonna
that
make it
long,
back
but this
to our
is,
platoon.
dude, this is Simon and River, wow.
We need
This
to
is
resort
great to see.
cannibalism.
That was fast. Don't we have rations or anything?
They got lost. We're gonna have to eat them in.
Aren't you supposed to be practicing for your dance recital?
I learned it all. That's wrong.
It's from
Simon
the book,
looks,
River.
No,
exactly
book
the
is
same,
wrong.
but I don't
This whole
know.
conclusion is fallacious.
I don't know about River,
So,
it's
how'd the
not
independents
really
cut us
that
off?
similar.
They were using dinosaurs.
Jen Tardigue.
Language, young man.
Sorry, Dad. The independents attacked us with dinosaurs.
Simon lost his head in the heat of battle.
And that
Hey,
makes sense.
great to see that. That's
Because there
cool.
were dinosaurs involved, I think we'll let it slide.
Did you get my wave?
I got it. Your text shorted. I got the whole thing during a board meeting. Thank you.
If I had a dedicated source box, it wouldn't short out. I lost half my essay.
Yes, and you'd have access to any Tien Sha De that filtered in from the cortex. I absolutely forbid it.
Dad.
Dad.
I will not have it in my house. But since your mother's already ordered you one, I guess I should give up the fantasy that this is my house.
Are you kidding?
You will repay me by becoming a brilliant doctor. That's the deal.
Oh, that's exactly what
Dedicated
he
source box.
He became a
Brilliant doctor.
When do I?
Many years.
Dad, this
yeah.
is so
It's gonna
Dabian
take a
Hua.
while.
It's really gonna.
I know. You think I'd let you work with something second-rate?
Thank you.
You're worth it. Now, do you think it's possible for you two geniuses to give your tired old dad a couple minutes quiet?
No! No, I don't want to know.
Oh wow, what a transition.
You can't just dig into me, shove 20 needles in my eyes, and ask me what I see.
We won't go in. Look. No test today.
No reading tests. Stupid son of a bitch dressed me up like a Goram doll.
No tests, no shots. I'm just gonna give you a smoother. Over!
Not him. Yoko schlägt die Piazza, Hotze, die Bun, Urza.
So, she's added cussing and hurling about of things to her repertoire. She really is a prodigy.
Yeah.
It's just a bad day.
No, bad day is when someone's yelling spooks the cattle. Understand? You ever see cattle stampede when they got no place to run? It's kind of like a meat grinder. And it loses half our herd.
She hasn't got anywhere near the cattle.
No, but in case you hadn't noticed, her voice kind of carries. We're 2 miles above
Yeah.
ground, and they can probably hear her down there. As soon as we unload, she can holler until our ears bleed. Although I would take it as a kindness if she didn't.
Human body can be drained of blood in 8.6 seconds given adequate vacuuming systems.
See, morbid and creepifying, I got no problem with. Long as she does it quiet like.
This is paranoid schizophrenia, Captain. Handcrafted by government scientists who thought my sister's brain was a rutting playground. I have no idea what'll set her off. If you have some
how it is.
I'm the
expertise,
doctor. And I'm not your Goran babysitter either. Gag her if you have to. Got trade to be done.
You see that? Fancy vessels such as that don't land here. If it happens to be something we
Not sure what
need,
that was said about that.
we take it.
Alright then.
Take my love,
So we're gonna have someone
take me where I cannot.
track us and everything.
I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out to the black. Tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. There's no place I can be since I found serenity. But you can't take the sky from me.
There's the cattle.
About time you broke in them British shoes. Yeah, get along.
You know, the walk's just as easy if you leave
Here we
it.
go.
I like smacking them.
Hope this corral's strong enough to hold them. Shepherd's a purely figurative title, you know.
Next time we smuggle stock, let's make it something smaller.
yeah, we should start dealing in those black market beagles.
Little soul, big world. Eat, sleep, and eat. Many souls.
Cattle on the ship, 3 weeks, she don't go near them. Suddenly we're on Jianying and she's got a driving need to commune with the beast.
They weren't cows inside. They were waiting to be, but they forgot. Now they see sky and they remember what they are.
Is it bad that what she said makes perfect sense to me? Come on now, let's
Made
get you
perfect
clear to the
sense
work.
to me too.
On. What are you doing?
I'm fixing to do some business. Can't be hurting these steers and your sister, too.
She didn't mean any harm.
I never figured she did, but when a man engages in clandestine dealings, he has this preference for things being smooth.
Yep.
She makes things
sense.
not be smooth.
Right. I'm very sorry if she tipped
Yeah.
off anyone
It's
about
kind
your
of just
cunningly
best to
concealed
have
herd
her
of cows.
stay in the ship, to be honest.
I'm starting to think you got a little too much time on your hands, Doctor. I think now I got a notion regarding that. Why don't you take your sister for a little walk?
A walk?
Yeah. Someplace away.
Probably best we stay close. Alliance
Yeah,
has
no,
us marked
that's
as
not.
fugitives.
Yeah. That's,
Closest alliance is the cruiser Magellan, hours out from here, and I promise you,
All right.
he ain't coming to a backwater like Janya.
Well, still, I'm not sure it's such a wise suggestion.
Might not want to mistake it for a suggestion. Don't worry. We won't leave without you.
Does it seem every supply store on every border planet has the same 5 rag dolls and the same wood carvings of... What is this, a duck?
Yeah.
Swan.
Looks. Yeah.
I like it.
You do?
Looks pretty nice.
Looks like it was made with,
Care.
you know, longing. Made by a person really longed to see a swan.
Perhaps because they'd only heard of them by rough description.
You think this would make a nice gift?
A gift? For whom?
I just kind of like it. It's rich, you know?
Oh, for Simon.
That's what I was thinking,
I didn't
but
say that.
it's not. It doesn't necessarily
You do a
mean
very
that.
good job of hiding your interest.
He's just so spry. You just want to take a bite out of him all over, you know?
Careful.
Great
Bye, you
timing.
two.
Great timing.
Don't usually see you two out and about planet side.
Yeah, we're trying something different today. River, be careful with that. That's What is that?
That's a post holer. You dig holes for posts.
It's dirty and sharp. Let's come over here. Janyan Prairie Paradise. Good God, they're asking money for this crap?
Oh man.
Hard to believe, ain't
Oh
it?
God. Yeah.
Glad you're out.
How could they?
Give you a chance to have a little fun.
Fun. Right. Yeah, I consider this fun. It's fun being
It's really
forced to the
fun.
ass end of the galaxy to get to live on a piece of lasso wreck. We eat molded protein and be bullied around by our Pian Jojo Cha Ren of a captain. It's fun.
Lassa?
Sorry?
Serenity ain't Lassa.
No, I didn't mean.
Yeah, you did. You meant everything you just said.
Well, no. Actually, I was being ironic. So, in the strictest sense,
You were
I didn't.
being mean, is what. And if that's what you think of this life, then you can't think much of them that choose it, can you?
God damn it, Simon. You had to go and just. Oh God, yeah, I just
River?
realized. Where's.
This isn't the last
Oh
time.
God. Two
Last time
horrible
with
things just
cows.
happened.
Hey, there was an idea regarding beagles. They have smallish droppings.
I believe so, sir. Also, your disreputable men are here.
Better go take their money. Morning, gentlemen. This be the Grange brothers. Hope you're in the mood for beefsteak.
Attractive animals, ain't they?
They ain't well fed. Scrawny.
Oh.
Hey, Hua. Milk and hay 3 times a day. Fed to them by beautiful women.
That was something to say.
They's branded.
Now, you boys are hitting all the selling points. The fresh brand's a dead giveaway. Claim them as your own.
20 ahead.
That's an amusing figure, in light of you already agreed on 30 with Badger.
That's before we've seen them. They're atrophied. Standing around on a ship for near a month.
My comprehension is less muscle, more tender than meat. 30.
Problem?
No. About a minute from now, we'll agree on 25.
Ooh, that can't be good.
Morning, officers.
We're gonna have to hope that she's not in there.
I'm thinking maybe we walk away entirely.
I'm thinking you do that, and we got ourselves trouble.
If you would like
Morning,
to
ladies.
do that.
Serious trouble. For the you owe us variety.
We can go to 25.
Well, we'll be taking a loss, but you seem like
You
clean and
can't say
virtuous
that's a
boys.
bad
Done.
idea.
Marcus and Nathaniel Crane, you are both wanted in connection to the illegal killing of Rance Durbin. You are bound by law to stand down.
You know, I'm starting to find this whole planet very uninviting.
Yeah. Simon would agree. Oh man, I don't know about that. He doesn't mind it though. Just let her have some fun, that's fair.
Oh, careful with that.
Here's we have ourselves a situation.
Who are you?
Just a bystander?
This your beef?
No, sir. You're looking at the proper owners right there.
I'd like to see some paper on that cattle.
Here we go. It never goes smooth. How come it never goes smooth?
Great to see him with this one on his face. I love how these transitions are great. Music's great too. Oh God.
Hey, stay with me, Shepard.
That's quite a lot to pull out, isn't it?
Just means you ain't dead.
Afraid I might be needing a preacher.
That's good. You lie there and be ironical. Stretcher. Jane.
They going?
Of course, you got what they came here for.
You get the cash?
What's going on?
God.
Think
Shepard.
so, yeah.
Shepard, can you hear me?
He should be fine. I really hope.
Good.
I think he's gonna be fine.
Wash, get down to the infirmary. Machon. Gotta try to stop this bleeding.
Don't you worry, Shepard. Captain and Zoe got lots of experience with this kind of thing. Seen a lot worse in the war. Shepard. Oh God, he ain't breathing.
He ain't dead. But he's bad off. Now we gotta see what we can do to help him. Out here.
Yeah.
Wash, I want you to go to town, see if you can find that doctor.
Hurry.
Faster. Gotta go faster. Won't get there before dark.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about
Where are we
yeah, I was
going?
gonna say Simon's kind of in trouble.
Ransom, you want? I can arrange something.
No talking!
You don't understand.
My sister!
Your sister is fine, Simon.
She's not fine. Didn't you look at the letters? Look at the letters.
Wow.
I'm looking at letters.
I mean, these phrases, they don't
Man,
sound
these transitions are
anything
amazing.
like her. Some of these words, they're misspelled. She
so
started
this
correcting my spelling when she was 3.
This is where she, you know.
She's
you could
trying to
see-
tell us something.
Yeah.
I think there's a code.
A code?
Yes.
This is where it all started, didn't it?
I always thought it was River who was lost without her
And
big brother.
and they
Now
think
I'm
he's
beginning to
insane,
wonder
but
if
he's
it's
right.
the other way around.
No, he's
Did
right.
you have
he's
a good
right.
time at the Darbanville's ball this year?
What are you...
River thought it was duller than last year. But since we don't know anybody named Darbanville, I'm having trouble judging. Did you even read these?
Well, of course I did.
It's one of her silly games. You two are always playing.
She is trying to tell us something that somebody doesn't want her to say.
Not quite, no.
This is paranoid. It's stress. If they heard you talking like this at the hospital, it could affect your entire future.
Who cares about my future?
You should.
You're a surgeon in one of the best hospitals in Capital City. On your way to a major position, possibly even the medical elect, you're gonna throw all that away? Everything you've worked for your whole life?
Being a doctor.
But it's his sister.
It's more to
it's-
you than just the position. I know that.
He cares about his sister.
A few months' time, you'll turn around and there she'll be. And nothing is going to keep you two apart for long.
No. Oh, no.
Found you.
Get him! River! No! No! Run! Run! Go! Bring her!
Where's the doctor? Why isn't he with you?
He wasn't in town. Wasn't anywhere.
He was in town. We saw him there. Him and River. I can show you.
Town's not that big, Kaylee. Believe me when I say he wasn't there.
No, he's...
Probably saw them cops
They're
turn
in
tail.
Doctor could be caught a lot of things. Coward wouldn't be one of them, though.
You don't think they were arrested, do you?
Worse than that, probably.
Hey, Mal.
Looks like maybe they got
Mal's
snatched.
gonna find them.
Kidnapped?
He's totally
I went by
gonna
the sheriff's
find
office. Seems if we had checked the posted alerts for this rock, we might have known it. Settlers up in the hills
Not
take people
yet.
sometimes. Usually tradesmen and the like. And now they got themselves a doctor. And we don't. We're going.
What are you doing? What about Simon and River?
Forget them. We already lost 2 people today. If I can help it, we won't lose a 3rd. Wash, get us in the air.
Come on, Kaylee.
Lost. Lost in the woods.
It's gonna be okay. They'll find us. Once the captain realizes what happened, they'll come.
See there? No one's coming for you. You just keep moving.
Well, obviously, I feel like they're gonna end up making it back with.
Battle wounds are nothing new to me, preacher. I've seen men live with a dozen holes in them this size.
that right?
Surely is. Knew a man who had a hole clean through his shoulder once. Used to keep a spare hanky in there.
Where's the doctor? Not back yet.
We don't make him hurry for the little stuff.
No.
He'll be along.
You could hurry a little.
Well, there's Greenleaf. They'd have med help there. Too far. More than 10 hours. Guys worse off than that.
You know where you can find what you need.
I recall inviting you onto the bridge.
You didn't. Mal, you know where you can find a doctor. You know exactly.
Nara, he was dumb enough to get himself grabbed in broad daylight. Don't have time to be beating the trees looking for him now. No assurance we'd find him or that he wouldn't need a doctor
have to turn
himself.
around, man.
I'm
You
not
have no
talking
other
about
choice.
Simon. I'm talking about medical facilities.
Oh?
That's not an option. Nor is it a discussion I much want to have at the moment.
It doesn't matter what you want. He's dying. And we need a doctor now.
Yeah.
Look what
I
we
mean,
got.
if they
Gotta
decide to
sell the
turn
doctor.
around, you know, medical facilities could also lead to them
Get 'em
returning
straight.
back, so.
They brought home a doctor. Thank the Lord.
Dear Diary, today I was pompous and my sister was crazy. Today we were kidnapped by hill folk, never to be seen again. It was the best day ever. We're talking?
Right further, yup, of course. It's classic Jane.
Amazing we kept him this long.
Can I?
Sure. He's out, though.
He did this for me once. How's he doing?
I cleaned it out, wrapped it up. Best I could do. I don't know.
But we're headed for hell. Right?
Captain will come up with a plan.
That's good. Right?
Possibly
always
you're not
does.
recalling some of his previous plans.
We left them back there.
Yeah.
Don't seem right.
You sure this is where you want to be? Oh, I'm fairly certain it ain't. Be sure to ask nicely. Alliance Cruiser Magellan, this is Firefly Transport Serenity, requesting permission for docking.
Firefly Transport Serenity, stand by for docking orders.
In here.
Okay.
I don't figure it's fancy.
Interesting
as it used
decision
to.
from
That's
Mal.
what we got. I got your doctor.
Praise the Lord.
Dorlee will show you what's what.
What's your name? Simon. Well, hello there. Well, who are you?
This is River.
Right away.
Just sit down over there. Has there been is there a sickness here?
Nothing is special. Just people get sick or injured. Well, mostly people heal on their own, but sometimes.
Sometimes you need a doctor.
Sometimes, you know, we need a doctor.
Bring me light.
Hey, at least it's
And
not,
any
you know,
supplies
the
you have.
worst situation. At least he can help people, you know? Until, you know, maybe they... I mean, I expect for them to come back, but who knows? They're kind of busy right now.
You sanguine about the kind of reception we're apt to receive on an Alliance ship, Captain?
Absolutely. What's sanguine mean?
Sanguine. Hopeful. Plus, point of interest. It also means bloody.
Well, that pretty much covers all the options, don't it? We're requesting aid. No other purpose.
We got papers.
What's your business?
We're a supply ship.
And now they have nothing to
An
hide.
accident
It's
this
fair
morning,
stuff.
someone got hurt.
We need medical
Works
help.
out pretty well.
Fast to be better than slow.
Official seal's out of date, Captain Harbatkin.
We ain't been through a checkpoint in a while, sir. You got a seat of my man?
How did this happen?
Bystander in a gunfight. Back on Jianying. You can check. Not he nor any of ours were the aggressors.
We aren't an emergency facility, Captain. Our services aren't available simply to anyone.
All right.
Matt. My ident.
Get this man to the infirmary at once.
There you go.
Keep that bandage clean now, you understand?
He's our shepherd.
She's not
after all.
quite right, is she?
She's been through some trauma. She's recovering, though.
Mm-hmm.
She won't get a good conversation out of Ruby, I can tell you that much. That little girl's mute.
Do you know the cause? Was she born deaf?
No, she was fine until 2 years ago when she stopped talking. A place like this might be good for your sister. Quiet, safe, a place where folks take care of each other.
It's very true.
Yes. Seems like a lovely little community of
Might
kidnappers.
be good for you as well,
The
to
Lord
be
says,
honest.
judge not.
They took us off the street.
Sometimes life takes you places you weren't expecting to go.
Life didn't bring us here, those men.
Yep, dire situations.
You were on a transport ship, right? Taking a journey? It's the way of life in my findings that journeys end when and where they want to, and that's where you make your home.
This isn't our home.
If it isn't here, where is it?
This place gives me
Safe place. You can't even argue it.
So what do you figure? Shepard's got some kind of connection with the Alliance?
Know what it looks like. Still, it'd surprise me if he did.
See? It's my whole problem with picking up tourists. Ain't never what they claim to be.
It seems like everyone's got a tale to tell.
I don't know if it's that, you know,
River?
that simple. I feel like, you know, there's more to it.
River?
What's wrong?
River's gone. So's the girl.
Ruby, I'll check out back.
River, don't. What is that?
Should be
You.
fine.
Oh.
I picked them.
Here. Stay in your dress.
You have to eat.
Hodgeberries. Do you remember when we found those giant hodgeberry bushes on the Camersons' estate? And we thought they'd grown wild, but... Long while ago.
I took you away from there.
No.
I know I did. You don't think I do, but I get confused. I remember everything. I remember too much. And some of it's made up, and some of it can't be quantified, and there's secrets, and
It's okay.
but I understand everything you had to find me. You found me broken. It's hard for you. You gave up everything you had.
Mamie, everything I have is right here.
You need to eat.
Is you?
Keep up your
Oh
strength.
my god.
We won't be here long. Daddy will come and take us home. It'll get better. I'll get better.
These are better than the Camberson's berries.
They are. Except they're poison. You believed her. Made a face.
You are such a brat.
Wow. She's a
Gets
jokester.
Oh, we should probably think about doing the same.
Come on, why would she
It's been a big
give
day.
offer them
With
to
the
you?
abduction and all.
Well, y'all don't have to sleep here. There's a house set aside for you. We've been looking for a doctor for a good...
Really?
Her sister got killed. Mother got crazy, killed the sister. That one lived.
Ruby talked to you, honey? It's true what she's saying. Poor woman went out of her mind, tried to kill her 2 girls. Ruby lived. Sweetheart, you are an angel. No one's been able to get Ruby to speak even a peep. It's a miracle. That's what it is.
Ruby doesn't talk. Her voice got
She's
scared away.
special.
I hear crickets.
I don't understand. If Ruby didn't talk, how do you know?
My sister's... She's very good at... What's wrong?
And they shall be among the people.
Social cues.
And they shall speak truths and whisper secrets, and you will know them by their crafts.
What are you talking about?
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Have you completely lost your mind?
Pretty nearly.
We got the wave at the Friedlichs. I had to leave your mother at the dinner table.
I'm sorry, Dad. You know, I would never have tried to save River's life if I had known there was a dinner party at risk.
Don't you dare be flippant with me. I just spent 2,000 credits to get you out of here, and I had to walk through that door which goes on my permanent profile. Are you trying to destroy this family?
I didn't realize it would be so easy. Dad, I didn't do anything.
You were in a blackout zone.
Talking to someone who might be able to help River. And I'm going right back there.
This is a slippery slope, young man. You have no idea how far down you can go, and you're not taking us with you.
Meaning what?
I won't come for you again. You end up here, or get mixed up in something worse. You're on your own. I will not come for you. Now, are you
That's
coming
exactly
home?
what happened.
This is lunacy. You're supposed to be the teacher here. What exactly is it that you teach?
What's going on, woman? Why are you knocking us from our beds this hour?
The new doctor's sister's a witch. She read Ruby's mind, saw things she couldn't.
No, River is not a witch. She's just a troubled girl.
I was
sure that's
about
true.
to say they think she's a witch, but no.
You're not a witch,
Oh
are
man,
you?
this is
Jingda?
everything was going so
I'm
well.
the patron here. Do you know what that means?
Yes,
And now they think she's a witch.
you're in charge. Ever since the old patron died,
That's right.
he was sick. And he was getting better. You were alone in the room with him.
This girl reads minds and spins falsehoods. She's a witch, and we must purge the devil from her with fire.
Oh god.
You're gonna be fine, Shepard. Lions patched you up.
Alliance?
Yeah, they let us come, and they let us go.
Yep, there's Strong Shepherd.
What kind of a dent card gets a second reception in Sendo?
I am a shepherd. Folks like a man of God.
No, they don't. Men of God make everyone feel guilty and judged. That's not what I saw. You like to tell me what really happened?
I surely would. Maybe someday I will.
Well, is he actually gonna?
It's good to be home.
Yeah, that's fair. You can't argue that.
Badger just hailed us. Getting impatient for his share. Wants us to drop it to his men on the Collin Fed base.
That'll be a hell of a lot easier to do without the two most wanted on board. Life would look to be simpler, us not carrying Fugees.
He is right, you know.
Yeah. Simpler.
Take me instead. Take my life for hers.
The witch must die. God commands it.
No! Get away from her! She has done nothing to you!
Come on, Simon, come on. There you go. Hey, there
If
you
she
go.
dies tonight, it
If
won't
you
be
learn anything from
God's will that killed her.
everyone from the ship,
He'll be you! Your lunacy, your ignorance!
It's not gonna stop us, Doctor.
Post hole. Digging holes for posts.
Light it.
Time to go.
Thank God. Thank God. Hey, there he is. There they are.
What does that make us?
Came to the rescue.
Think we just. Sorry to interrupt, folks. Y'all got something that belongs to us, and we'd like it back.
This is a holy cleansing.
way too close,
Not
though.
think to thwart God's will.
Y'all see the man hanging out of the spaceship with the really big gun? I'm not
Our
saying you
doctor.
weren't easy to find. Was kind of out of our way, and he didn't want to come in the first place. Man's looking to kill some folks. So really, it's his will y'all should worry about thwarting. Gotta say, Doctor, sounds miraculous.
Yes, I'm very proud.
Cut her down.
Girl is a witch.
Yeah, but she's our witch. So cut her the hell down.
There you go.
Hey, Doctor. Glad you're back now on the ship.
Thanks. I've
Ooh,
moved
wait,
into
that's
his
gonna
room.
be. Ooh. Oh, yeah, you.
How's he faring?
You kind of
He's
need
gonna
it.
be fine.
Yeah.
They took
Put
good care of
everything
him.
back in time if
Good
you
to
can
know.
do it.
So finally, a decent wound on this ship, and I miss out. I'm sorry.
Well, you were busy trying to get yourself lit on fire. It happens.
Captain, why did you come back for us?
You're on my crew.
Yeah, but you don't even like me. Why'd you come back?
You're on my crew.
Thank you.
Why are we still talking about this? Chow's in 10. Don't need to dress.
It doesn't matter. Man, I love Mal so much.
Shepard says to a good girl.
Great to see everyone back. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff.
Grr, arg.
There we go. There we go. There we go, guys. There it is. There's the episode that I was asking for. You know, I was just talking about, you know, how there wasn't enough Simon and River, and you know, we got just that. That was probably my favorite episode. You know, honestly, everything about that episode was, you know, what I look for in the show. You know, I was expecting episodes like that, and you know, I think they did it really well. And yeah, you know, everything about it was amazing. You know, all the you know, Simon and River, you know, just everything that they had to go through, and you know, obviously the transitions that they used were great as well. Once again, the lighting isn't that great, but that'll do. Yeah. Obviously, you know, we started, you know, with a flashback 11 years later, you know, when Simon was, you know, just beginning to, you know, become an amazing doctor, and, you know, it was a great transition, you know, of everything that they've went through, and, you know, obviously the way it ended, it seems like, you know, he didn't, you know, come home, and, you know, his dad said it, you know, he's gonna leave him if he decides to go through with it, and, you know, he decided to go through with it, and, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you have to respect it, because he's always cared for River. You know, she's been number one, you know, above anything else. You know, he's prioritized her, you know, and, you know, it's a difficult situation, you know, because, you know, obviously it's not, you know, as simple as, you know, being, you know, I'm not sure, you know, who's in the wrong necessarily. You know, I don't think anyone's in the wrong. You know, you can't really blame the father for, you know, telling him to not, you know, do things like that, and, you know, not get involved in things like that. But you also can't blame Simon, because, you know, like I said, he was just, you know, caring for his sister, and, you know, unfortunately, that's just how it is, you know. And, you know, I think Simon could tell as well when River was kind of saying, you know, Dad will come back for us, you know, everything will get better, and, you know, I feel like Simon knew deep down that wasn't true. You know, Dad said it, and, you know, maybe we do get to see Dad, you know, at one point, but I don't know, I'm not sure. You know, if we do, it'll probably be a pretty long time. But, you know, I think they did that really well. You know, that was one of the top, you know, things about this episode. But obviously you know, that you know, town, I guess, yeah, you could say, you know, that if it lasted, you know, it didn't last that long, but, you know, it was a pretty kind place, but also, you know, obviously it ended up not being that great for us, you know. Obviously, you know, the captain and everyone made it just in the nick of time, but, you know, if they didn't, you know, everything would have ended in disaster, and, you know, obviously they, you know, it's also difficult as well, because, you know, River is able to, you know, I said it was social cues, but I'm not really sure, you know, obviously what it is. I kind of just said that because, you know, that's how I feel, you know, that's just how she is, you know, she's able to read on things that other people are not able to, read on, and you know, she has a special connection. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a reason why, you know, the Alliance is looking for her. You know, and you know, it was difficult as well. You know, in the beginning when Simon was explaining, Simon was, you know, trying to tell, you know, the parents that she knows, you know, more than anyone else, and you know, the parents kind of just thought that he was just as crazy as her. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, he was right, and you know, like I said, you know, she was able to talk to Ruby. I think it was Ruby. You know, unfortunately, they thought she was a witch. You know, they thought she was a witch, and you know, it does suck. It definitely does suck. You know, I think that lady that was trying to help them was very kind, but you know, obviously she got the wrong idea, and you know, obviously set everyone off, and then you know, that's how it happened. But you know, I still think she was a great person, and you know, obviously, you know, I got the wrong idea, but either way, you know, Mal and everyone made it. You know, rescued them, and you know, that scene at the end was great as well. You know, when Simon was kind of saying, "You don't like me, you know, why? What's the reason that you came back for me?" You know, and you know, even I, you know, I said it during the episode, they were gonna. I was sure they were gonna come back. You know, for a moment, I was a little bit scared. You know, when Simon said light it, you know, that was kind of scary. You know, yeah, I was kind of getting worried there, but you know, luckily they made it in time, and you know, Mal is how he is, and you know, he, like he said, you're on my crew, and you know, that's all that matters. You know, there's a ton of people that he doesn't like. You know, if anything, I don't even know if he likes any of them. You know, he probably does, but you know, not all of them. He doesn't necessarily love all of them, but he makes good decisions. You know what I mean? He makes the right decisions, and he's gotten the best people possible for his crew, and you have to respect that. You know, it doesn't really matter if he, and you know, I think he will grow to like them, though. I think he will grow to like them. It's just, you know, for now it's just kind of a thing where it's just necessary for them to be there, you know, for everything to work. You know, every person has their role to play. Every person has their job. Also, yeah, of course, Shepard, you know, hopefully, or he's gonna be fine. You know, it's not. I mean, I was hoping during the episode, but now it's pretty much confirmed. You know, luckily he's gonna be fine. You know, obviously, you know, in the beginning we got a little bit of, you know, I haven't talked about that, but you know, we got a little bit of, Kaylee and Simon. You know, that's kind of been a thing. You know, for a while, it's kind of just been a subtle thing. You know, I haven't really touched on that, but you know, that's definitely an interesting thing. You know, obviously, Kaylee definitely, you know, the way she explained it was so funny. What did she say? She said, like, you just wanted to bite him, or I forgot what she said, but you know, that was super wholesome. You know, I'm not sure if that's going to, you know, amount to anything, but you know, I think they would be great together. You know, we'll see. You know, obviously the thing that Simon said, you know, kind of ruined everything. You know, yeah, it kind of hurt Kaylee, and you know, that sucked for sure. You know, and we'll see. You know, the next time they interact, obviously we'll see what happens. You know, I do expect him to probably apologize, and then you know, we'll see what happens with that. You know, I think she is going to be able to forgive him. You know, that's another difficult situation where, you know, he didn't necessarily mean everything that he said, but you know, to Kaylee, you know, it means a lot. You know what I mean? Serenity is pretty much everything to her. You know, she's the one who makes sure that, you know, Serenity is you know, everything's good, and, you know, everything's good and running, and obviously, you know, Hoban is, you know, it's either Hoban or Hoban, and I don't think they said his name one time, so I can, like, finally just know how to pronounce it. I think it's Hoban, though. Obviously, he's the pilot, so, you know, everything is up to him, but still, you know, Kaylee is super important as well to Serenity, and, that moment as well, when Simon was kind of just watching River just, you know, enjoy herself, you know, that was enjoyable. You know, obviously that didn't last long either. It just seems like every positive moment just doesn't end up lasting long, unfortunately, you know, especially in the case of Simon and River. You know, they've been through a lot, you know, and, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, this just proved to me, you know, that storyline is the most interesting to me, and, you know, obviously, you know, the whole thing with Shepard as well, you know, that was interesting, where, you know, they checked his identity card, and then, you know, they, you know, I'm not sure, you know, obviously Mal thinks, you know, I'm not sure if he thinks he has, you know, connections with the Alliance. I don't think he thinks it. It's just he wants to, you know, he wants to know the answers. But, you know, like Shepard said, you know, one day he'll share all that, you know, which is a fair answer. That's honestly fair. You can't blame him. And I'm looking forward to hearing that as well. You know, that's interesting. Jane was Jane in this episode. You know, he took he took Simon's money. I'm not sure, you know, I don't know. I don't think Simon minds that much, to be honest. You know, Zoe was great as well. You know, she was important in the recovery of Shepard, of course. You know, she was great in this episode. Kaylee was great in this episode. I feel like everyone was just amazing in this episode. You know, obviously some more than others. Inara was great in this episode as well. You know, she was pretty much the one that, you know, convinced Mel to go back, and, you know, without her, you know, like she said, we can't just leave them behind. And yeah, she was great in this episode as well. And yeah, I just feel like every character shined in this episode. I feel like this was objectively the best episode. It has to be. You know, every character shined. You know, the storytelling was at its peak, to be honest. I feel like, yeah, I don't even think that's an argument. You know, I think this was the most complete episode. I think so. It's definitely my favorite. You know, I don't think, you know, obviously, you know, the first one was, you know, it's kind of unfair. You know, obviously it was a lot longer. It was around an hour and a half, I think. Also, I did hear about, you know, one of my commenters for this series let me know that there's a movie called Serenity that's, you know, it came out after the series ended, so that's pretty cool. I'll probably check that out at some point. And obviously, you know, the animated series, it's so funny because I forgot why I even started this show in the first place, you know, because I talked to someone and they said, you know, this show would be, you know, a good option, you know, to react to, especially because it's getting an animated series soon, and I just completely forgot about that until recently. So, you know, that's obviously, you know, I will be doing that without a doubt. You know, I can't wait till that, you know, comes out, which I haven't, you know, checked anything about that, obviously, you know, because, you know, I don't really look into a series until I'm done, you know what I mean? I don't really look at anything. Obviously, you know, for the order, I kind of had to, you know, look at the wiki and stuff like that, so I can actually know the proper episode order, but other than that, I haven't really looked at anything. You know, that's why I didn't even know that there's a movie. You know, that was cool to learn, and, you know, just in general, I do want to thank you guys, you know, for the support. You know, it seems like you guys are enjoying these Firefly reactions, and, you know, like I've said throughout, you know, I feel like my reactions haven't been that great, but, you know, obviously you guys are the judge of that. You know, I'm not gonna be, you know, negative about it or anything. You know, it just for me, you know, it hasn't, you know, felt amazing, but obviously it's completely different for the viewer. You know, maybe it comes out really well. So, you know, and it seems like it is. So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, I think I covered everything. You know, obviously, you know, we ended in a way where, you know, we're just gonna, you know, keep going. You know, obviously, like I said, you know, Mal was also, there were a lot of, you know, there was a lot of, you know, buffering and, you know, not a crazy amount, but, you know, there were kind of like glitches in the file. You know, that's not on my end. I think that's just on the file, but I'll probably fix that in editing. If not, you know, I do apologize. I might just, you know, leave it how it is, how I saw it, but unfortunately, you know, it kind of skipped over a little tiny piece of dialogue that I missed sometimes, you know, so yeah, I do apologize. It's just difficult in general, you know, with this series, because obviously the episodes are really long, so, you know, the downloads have been really, you know, they've taken long, and it's also, you know, I don't know, it's just really difficult. You know, obviously the files are massive, and also the screen recording, you know, it is massive. So yeah, you know, great episode. You know, I think in this one though, you know, I definitely do think my reaction was great, and, you know, I think my discussions have been great. You know, I think that's kind of saved it, you know, in my opinion. You know, the episode isn't necessarily the best reaction, but, you know, afterwards, you know, I feel like the discussions have been good. You know, I've been able to, you know, articulate my thoughts really well. And, you know, I feel like that's all that matters, even though, I don't know, I feel like most people don't really watch the, you know, the discussion. They mostly watch the reaction, but that's, you know, I'm trying my best, you know, to provide the best reaction. And yeah, you know, it all ended pretty positively, which is good. You know, they had dinner, which is great. You know, all together again. You know, that's all that matters. You know, everyone's safe, everyone's healthy. You know, we kind of had a scare with with three of them. We had a scare with Shepard. We had a scare with Simon and River. You know, and yeah, it was really worrying. Obviously, the only one that actually, I mean, Simon and River were in danger, but, you know, it wasn't really, you know, imminent, you know what I mean? Or I guess it was, but you know what I mean? You know, Shepard, it was kind of more, you know, direct and you know, it was more immediate, you know what I mean? I feel like the Shepard, everything with Shepard, you know, it was more immediate, and, you know, obviously, you know, we managed to help him recover, which is all that matters. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. You know, this was like I said, the best episode so far. You know, I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, and we'll be back for episode 6. You know, I feel like from here on out, I hope the show gets better and better. You know, I definitely think it will. Obviously, this show is very critically acclaimed, and so far it's lived up to the name. You know, I'm obviously looking forward to seeing how it ends. You know, it's not perfect or anything yet. You know, it's not, I guess, you know, maybe not, it hasn't lived up to its name yet, fully, you know, because, you know, this show is very, you know, beloved and, you know, very respected. And, you know, I think by the time we reach the end, I will definitely feel the same. You know, I don't know if I feel the same yet necessarily, but, you know, like I said, I'm very confident in this show. You know, I have a lot of faith in this show, and, you know, I think it'll be great. So yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. Also, this episode was I think it was on the shorter side as well, which is interesting. It was 40, well, I guess not counting the, you know, not counting the opening and the credits, it would probably be like around 40 minutes. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I feel like all of them are around 40 minutes, give or take, so I don't really think it matters. But yeah, that's gonna do it. So it's time for me to sign off. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.